welcome to a new edition of our show, Money Means Business. And as we always say, and business means money. Tourism, of course, that is a business, means a lot of money and, of course, progress. Since money is there, there'll be projects there, there'll be employment there, a lot is going to be there, actually. Tonight, we're talking tourism. What's there, the problems that we have? Are we just back on track? What's going on? What are the challenges and problems? Are the problems, we are part of the problems, causing the problems, or is it all from other factors? This is what we're going to be finding out and talking about a lot and more in this edition. Actually, we have with us Mr. Tariq Sarhan, a Japanese tour guide, but of course, you know, not only saying Japanese, well, Polish, and more and more and more in English and more, all the difficult languages to us Egyptians. And we have with us also Dr. Muhammad Abdulaziz, who's a tourism expert and professor of hotel management. Welcome, sir, with us.
Thank you.
And we'll know more about the types of tourism that we are not really taking advantage of, that we have here, and we should really be taking advantage of.
Unfortunately, yes.
Unfortunately, exactly. So today, you're like, it's not only like grim, but you're like, what we're not doing and that we should be doing, how, you know, to keep the dollars in Egypt, because part of us, you know, like whether we like it or not, take the dollars out, whether they mean it or not, but the dollars go out. So this is our problem before blaming anybody else. So we should really go and fix our home here inside and then talk, you know, and see what we can do outside. So I'm Nermin Nazim, and we'll go for a short break, after which we'll be back starting our show and brainstorming, actually. We're not here to hurt anyone or just, you know, say anything, just, you know, like be pessimistic, but everything has a solution. We are optimistic because there are solutions, and we have the experts that give free advice, actually, and they know what they're talking about in giving their advice. And this is experimented. They've been around the world, they've tried it, and they know what's the wrong doings here, and then how can they fix it. So we do have that. We don't criticize anyone just to criticize, the sake of criticism, but we do know how to fix that. So anybody listening to us, that's what we're going to find out. So as we go along and talking and discussing different points, different problematic issues that can be solved, and we'll have no problems. So stay tuned to us. Don't go away. We're coming back in a moment. And back again to our studios based in Cairo. So we're broadcasting live from Cairo, the microcosm of the whole universe. But where to go from here, from our history, not only history, present that we're trying to build, and great future, inshallah, God willing, as we say. So we have with us Dr. Muhammad Abdulaziz, tourism expert and professor of hotel management. Welcome, sir.
Welcome to you.
With us. And we have with us also Mr. Tariq Sarhan, Japanese, Polish, and you name it, tourist guide, and it's there. So we have all the qualified people in one here, plus, you know, of course.
A multi-purpose person.
Exactly.
Forgive me in advance for the grammar mistakes. I just returned from Planet Japan yesterday.
Okay, Planet Japan, yes, that's a planet on its own, exactly. So what's the greeting in Japan?
Depends upon the time.
Depends on the time. Okay, now, at night.
Now, konbanwa.
Konbanwa. Okay, because you know what we always heard like Ohayo gozaimasu. So you know it's like what are you talking about?
This is in the morning.
In the morning, yes. Well, also you know we're just saying good morning because this is there is a rerun for that. Well, there is the menu that we talked about at the beginning. You know, like the problems that we're facing that we are creating ourselves. There's the tourism sectors that we're not really getting advantage of or really exploiting or just, you know, starting business with. There is our money that is just, well, should be generated by the tourists numbers that are mentioned daily. How about starting, Mr. Sarhan, which part would you like to start with? And I see, you know, like
yes,
charming pieces here, whether Egyptian or Japanese, as I see, but...
yes. I would like to start about...
yes.
Are we prepared?
We are prepared. We are prepared in the studio.
Not the program.
Not that.
Are we prepared as an industry of tourism? I say no. We are not prepared. Let's talk about the packing industry and the souvenirs.
Yes.
Each tourist, when he comes to visit the country, he will take some souvenirs from this country. Right? What we have here in Egypt, like this type of statues.
Yeah.
Small one, which is 1 kilogram.
Yeah.
Right? And now it's mostly made in China.
Yeah,
not in
just, you know,
Egypt.
there's the bar, you know, so you know, you can just raise it a bit, you know, so that it's shown. Yes, this is like this is what
1
we're
kilogram.
talking about. Yes, this is a kilo. This, you know, this beautiful piece is made of marble. Is it?
Yes, a kind of marble.
Yeah, a kind of marble. You know, it's just it's heavy. It's 1 kilogram. So you know, it's beautiful, but it's 1 kilo.
And let me ask you, if you want to take some gifts from this to your friends when you're back to your country.
Well, I have
how
20
many
kilos,
pieces?
only 20 kilos to just, and I have my clothes, and it's
So
very...
you have to pay another amount of money for the
exactly.
extra luggage.
How much
Exactly.
it will cost, yes, to put it on the flight.
So now it's not available now to take like this. So we have to think somewhere else.
Yeah.
This is what I got from Japan. In front of one of the temples, and their temples, right? This is very small. You can use as a medal, a key holder, or use it as a
You can get
strap
10 or
your
20
mobile.
of
Yes.
these, yeah.
And the price here is fixed price. And writing this kind of material, what it's made
Specifications,
from.
yes,
Specifications of this one, and it's only 5 grams.
Okay.
I think if you would like to buy, you can take like 20, 50.
Yeah. And give to all your friends and relatives, whoever. Oh.
And the price is fixed.
Yes.
Here you have to negotiate
Bargain.
with the man because
Each and every
everyone
time,
is
yes.
taking commission from. Everyone is passing by the shop of Alabaster, he will take commission from this.
So at the end, it will be expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you cannot take like this. This is one. Number 2.
Yeah.
This is a packet of green tea.
A charming one, like a perfume.
Not jewelry. A packet of green tea.
Perfume, jewelry, it looks like that.
And by the end of the program, we'll take this together. And this is what we sell to the people. A packet of perfume.
Yeah.
What is written here, African lotus. By the way, this is my handwriting. Right? No specification.
Yeah.
Nothing is written here.
And a fixed price.
And no fixed price. You have to negotiate all the time. And this is the pen. From inside.
Big box, yeah.
Is that Egypt?
For the
we
small
want?
item.
Smaller, sometimes it's smaller like this, but
Yeah.
is that the packing industry we need to sell our items? You accept to take a packet like this to your friend, or which one you prefer, this one
Of
or
course,
this
the
one?
beautiful one. That's.
And this is for tea. You put it in the kitchen, and this is you have to put in your mirror. Are we prepared? No. Truly, no. We are not prepared. This is number 1. Second. When we hear every day, we read the news bar and the TV, they say that 5,000 people visited Egypt today in 45 charter flights. When we hear like this or we see like this, do we have to fly in the sky from happiness? When you see like this number? What that means? How much money generated from those people who visited Egypt? This is the most important thing. The count is not, we are not counting by heads. We are counting by the money generated to the nation, right? Then, those people will be transferred from the airport to the hotel and then back, and after they finish they visit, they will go back from the hotel to the airport, right? Each transfer from this, each one transfer will cost like $50-60 per person, right? And this money will go to the travel agencies, right? And in this case, Egypt will not be easy and not be reachable, as I said last
times actually.
Not easy and not reachable. What if the Egyptian government only are using like 20 shuttle buses, Cairo, Hurghada, Sharm el-Sheikh, and it will go like a shuttle bus, right, for $20 only, right? If 5,000 persons multiplied by 2 times, only from the airport, multiplied by $20, multiplied by 365 days. Imagine how much we will generate from this amount, from these people, $73 million US, which is 1,170 million Egyptian pounds.
Yes.
Only from 20 buses. And imagine how many
ABC
work
business,
chances
exactly. It's like, why not exploiting that? Well, actually, like in lots of places, there's the shuttle bus. It takes it. That should be really done.
And is that difficult to make?
No, this is like
everywhere.
Exactly.
I'm talking about 20 buses only, 20 buses, 7 here and 7 here and 7 there. Cairo and Sharm el-Sheikh, this is the attractions area only. And Luxor, of course, and Aswan. Will be easy. And will make Egypt easy and reachable.
Exactly.
And we will put ourselves in a competitive position with other nations. Because now everyone can reserve the bus from the reception at the hotel or from the airport, right? People will help him. That means that we are going to create new labor chances, right? When we make like this, the students who are graduating from Faculty of Applied Arts every year.
Exactly.
What we are going to do.
Well, let me ask you a question here, that came to my mind. It's like talking about these pieces with the fixed prices. Well, it's easy to make, when someone has an open mind, of course, and knows exactly that, tourist that comes maybe with a backpack and needs some souvenirs, doesn't have to carry something which is a kilo, or sometimes, something that is 30 kilos. So, this is, like very heavy to carry, beautiful and everything. And beautifully carved.
Very heavy, and meanwhile it might be damaged. While
definitely that can be broken easily because this is alabaster. Any kind of wrong move or just throwing the baggage in the baggage area, that can break it, of course. So it's very hard, and that should have packaging more so it would increase to its weight. But then these things can be made unless someone says, okay, I'll like these are good ideas and I'll just be doing this there, but then there'll be no fixed price again. How come they fix the prices there? Here, you have to go to different shops and Khan Khalili or other areas, each one has.
And this is another wasting of time, wasting of money to the people.
Yes.
I got this from in front of one of the temples in Japan, in the place called Asakusa Temple, right? And before you go to the temple, the shops are on your right and left
like
hand.
The museum, exactly.
Yes, and then you go to the temple, and then on the way back, you can buy what you want. But here, what we do in Egypt, after we finish the visit in the Valley of the Kings or the Deir el-Bahari in Luxor, for example, we have to take the people to the alabaster shop to show them like this or to buy like these items. And the price is not fixed, and you have to bargain and you have to do. It's not
It's a
easy.
hassle.
Yes,
it's a big hassle.
Yes.
Yes.
Because
it is a big hassle.
some nations are not familiarized with the bargaining, like Japanese people, for example. And
they'd be shocked.
And by the way, is that suitable for the Arabic culture, for example? Muslims, of course, they never believe about statues. So this is not suitable for the Arabs.
Of course.
This type of tourism is not suitable for this. But for this, if we made like this statue in a shape like this, I think we will.
That would be sold easier.
Yes.
I remember one thing, from Japan, like when we were kids, that hosts, when they came from Japan, they brought small jade Buddhas. And they're beautiful. Everybody was like, something like pendants, and they're just to be worn. And that was became prevalent that everybody coming from Japan buying these small Buddhas in jade, beautiful green jade, and they were just sold there. So, there was something that is known.
In Japan, you can find this like these items in a small sizes, and it's very easy. And Why we are not getting benefit from the people who are graduating every year, thousands
Exactly,
of
employing
people,
them for something that
and doing
standard
nothing. They applied
presence.
arts,
Exactly, exactly.
and we have to we work as a group oriented.
Yes.
The people who are graduating from the applied arts, for example, they can do this easily. It's not a big matter. It's not a big issue, right? And it will be an industry. Not only the statue. Now we are talking about the wrap and the materials and the printing as well, right?
Yes.
Instead of one piece, this is one piece. And of course, we must remember that this is, when we pack this to the people, we put it in newspaper and wrap it with the seal.
It has been, otherwise
not
it will
like
break,
this packing.
broken. Exactly. Well, this package is beautiful.
And I was talking several times before about the packing industry. It's very important to the field.
Of course.
Very important.
Of course, of course.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, well, this will ring, like something like barely like that. We had better than that, and we could do better than that with our products. There could be better packaging to even present what we have to.
What we do now in Khan al-Khalili, for example, we are encouraging the Chinese economy, not our economy.
Exactly. Exactly.
When you go to the bazaar area in Khan Khalil or anywhere else in Egypt, you will encourage the Chinese economy.
Yeah.
Why do we have to support China? We have to support
ourselves first before supporting anybody else.
And after this,
we've done that
with
with products, cheap
we are complaining
products.
all the time from the conspiracy. People are boycotting Egypt, but we are the enemy of us.
Yes.
We have to say clearly, now we must change this way, go to this way, and this way, go to this way.
Yeah.
It's very easy, and it's not a big matter to change from this to this. Just
and
concentrate on quality.
Yeah.
Especially because we do have a lot of packing companies,
Yes,
new
exactly.
packing companies already available in the
They can
market.
commission that. It seems this is the government that is commissioning certain, or they have their own shops that are presenting their own souvenirs that whoever would like to buy from somewhere else can go. But then these are just the standard souvenirs, or just probably they just like have more and more that any tourist can buy from. So it could be the same thing, commissioning all these young fresh minds to make new things, creative, that nobody, like we don't find it from in China or anywhere else, copying our stuff and making even better quality, but then we have these, and to be very well made, because these are presented as souvenirs for tourists, and they put whether the price is cheap or expensive, it depends on what they put, but then, as you said, without bargaining, without hassle, that would be
You pick
a
it
good...
from the stand and pay and
Exactly, exactly. And Greece and oil, they do the same thing, the dolls and the cards and everything, it's like, why don't we do that?
I do consider these packing things like a mirror which reflects the civilization of the country itself.
Yes, yes, exactly. How you present
Packing,
it.
yes, of
Exactly,
course.
exactly.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Let me start by where my colleague ends here.
Yes.
People in the industry are still suffering. Actually, each and everyone working in the tourism industry is still dreaming about when the flights will be resumed again. Everyone is waiting.
Yes.
And everyone is waiting with passion. Most of the people left their jobs.
Yes. The ones who are there are unqualified.
Yes. The question now is, are we ready to get
Again, back to the question,
back?
are we ready? Are we ready?
Yes.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, we are not. If we will go through the conditions of the properties itself,
Yes.
most of the properties needs a full renovation. Most of the properties are completely out of business for a long time. And it means that they do need a lot of time
Yes.
to get back in shape and to do the necessary, I mean here...
Overhauling of the whole
of course.
industry and everything that is, every bit of it, yes.
And I do consider here two main issues I want to talk about today. First of all, the therapeutical tourism.
Exactly.
Because I have that feeling that it is very much neglected from the government.
You have the feeling, oh, this is the truth.
Actually,
It's a fact.
Actually, it's a fact.
Yes,
But
yes.
the good news here is one of the best doctors in Egypt, Mr. Hani Nazar. He was on TV the day before yesterday, I think, 2 or 3 days ago, and he was talking about establishing a new way of marketing the therapeutical tourism in Egypt.
Yes.
I think this will be a very good opportunity for those people who are working in the industry. People are only looking for 2 or 3 places all over Egypt. I mean here, Safaga, sometimes Marsa Alam, sometimes Aswan, but this is
So
not
what's
true.
presented to them? You know, they could put on the table more places, but then it seems that the ones responsible for this industry do not present, or their mind is just frozen on a few places, but they don't expand and really see what Egypt has of treasures that can present.
Of course, of course.
Yes.
If we will go through the government of the new valley, I mean here Al-Wadi Jadid,
Yes.
it represents more than 40%.
Which is the oasis,
yes.
like, but the not Siwa, of course, but the oasis.
Yes, it represents more than 40% of the total space of Egypt.
Yes.
More than 40%. And there is no tourist movement there. There is no properties. There is no people who can do what's supposed to be done there. There is a lot of places that can be considered and that can be marketed and can be leading for the whole country, all over Europe especially, and especially during the winter time. As you know, Europe during the winter time is very cold.
Yes.
Those people, when they will have the chance to go to visit this area is the most sunny area all over the world. One of the most sunny areas all over the world. A very big space, a lot of water sources that can be used for people to recover. One of the best things here we can say is, what is the difference between the normal tourism and the therapeutical tourism? Normal tourism, the average length of stay is around 1 week. On the other hand, in therapeutical tourism, it's around 1 month. And the good news here is this 1 month, in most of the cases, can be extended. Because those people, after finishing what they're supposed to do here,
Treatment, they want to go around and
Of
just see,
course.
like, well, go and just see.
and sometimes they will extend their stay for a period of recovery. And they will not come alone.
Yes.
They will bring their families, they will bring their friends, they will bring their wife or husbands. If someone of them is coming to do the treatment, the other one will come with him. It will generate a lot of money, not only from the tourism establishment, from the properties, but also for the whole area. I mean here, the whole destination. This is, I think, is something that we have to highlight very much in our plan for the incoming period.
Okay, okay, that sounds really great, and this is, you know, should be putting focus on, because
Of course.
This is one of the most important things that are just neglected, and that should be giving attention to. Well, Mr. Tariq, that business of tourism, that should be generating a lot of money. Well, how do we keep this money, the dollars, in the country? Because, you know, as we talked before, they just seep outside one way or another.
Never comes to the country.
It never comes to the country. It keeps being out, you know, doesn't want to come here.
And if-
Enemy of Egypt.
The big tycoons.
Tycoons, yes, yes,
We'll go
yes.
to the black market.
Yeah.
No, what I tell you, in Japan, for example, yesterday, there is nothing called exchange place.
Yes.
You don't go to exchange in the bank. There is a machine. You put your $100 and it will
Comes in
be
yens.
transferred. Yes, it's very easy. And if you have these machines in every place, in the hotels, for the places of sightseeing, and it's everywhere.
Yes.
Right? You put your $100 and you get the Japanese yen. It's very simple, right? Very simple.
Unfortunately, we have human machines here.
Why don't we do like this?
Yes.
Is that difficult? to bring this.
But with the rate of the dollar, and the problems that we have here.
It's already, it's an internet society, it's an informative society, of course.
Yes.
But it's not, we have internet in Egypt, and they are connecting because the banks, we have a strong bank system in Egypt, right? But the point is that most of the exchange places, we know that now they are belong to Muslim brothers, and they are mostly closed now, right?
Yes.
So we don't need those shops to be in our life.
So
because
there is a cure for this.
They will take this money, they will take this money to buy the weapons and kill the people.
Yes.
We don't need this, simply. But we can bring this exchange machines from wherever they sell it and put it in the bank, put it in everywhere. And
by the way, it is already available in most of the properties all over Egypt. In the hotel properties,
I saw only one machine of them in Luxor, in one of the hotels. But in Japan, everything is machines.
So you don't have to look, like be in one hotel, keep looking, there's this.
And it's controlled, by the way, because now you will know if you have this kind of machines, you will know by second how much money you are keeping from the hard currency.
Yes.
This is very important to you control.
Absolutely.
And it will be under full control, because now the bank system in Egypt, you have to, if you are transferring dollars from outside the country, you have to pass from the Central Bank of America. Right? The Federal Bank of America. And then we don't need this. We need direct transfer. Otherwise, we can buy the wheat to the people.
Yes.
We can buy the sugar to the people. And the people, they should behave like this. It's not a big issue to buy these machines and put it everywhere.
And create problems for ourselves, So it's like, it can be solved instead of just reading other problems.
It goes under the infrastructure of the tourism industry. This is a tourism industry, and it helps enhance the tourism industry. Not only the sightseeing, not only the sun and the sand, as Dr. Muhammad said now, right? But
eternal sun, actually.
What's behind?
Yes.
You can stay 1 month in where? In a hotel or in a hospital? Or our hospital, maybe you have clever doctors, but the hospitals are up to the standards of other nations like Europe, like Japan.
I'm afraid not.
In Safaga, for example, or in Siwa, or in Luxor, or even in Cairo, I don't think so. So we have, this is to enhance.
Therapeutic centers that are for this reason. We don't have that.
We have it, but on a very small scale. And I'm afraid to say that it is not up to the international standards at all. And we do not do enough marketing for it.
Yes.
Because to sell something, I have to do enough marketing so that people will know that I do have this product here, and they will come to buy it.
Well, the thing is, we don't have enough marketing, yet they spend millions of dollars in campaigns that are, we don't know where the money goes.
I think we have been discussing this
before exactly. It's like, like we talk about marketing, but then they spend the money for marketing, but then nothing is happening.
Yes,
where is
but
that?
Let me tell you here, to do enough marketing for therapeutic tourism here, it's completely different. Because in most of the cases, if England, for instance, is stopping their people from coming to Egypt, and they are banning people to come to Egypt, in case those people will come or will find a way to come for treatment, they will not obey the government. They will come directly to us.
Well, I have a friend, who doesn't really listen to them, and every year, every December, she comes to Egypt, so she's coming next month.
This is what I'm talking about.
And then they keep telling her, Egypt safe. She's like, I'm going to wear a T-shirt talking about putting Egypt safe.
Let's say that we need to go somewhere to do a treatment. If our government is banning us to go there, we will go. Even if the government will not accept, we will go. And in this case, we will not need charter flights. Those people who will come to look for treatment, they will not be looking for a cheaper flight. They will go even with direct flights.
Of course.
And this will generate more business to these areas, and of course will generate more money.
And we have the charters and everything that should be going right.
We have a wonderful chance now, because now Egypt it's up to be clear from virus C.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And we can attract the other people, but it depends upon the market research to those people, where we can get these people, and the campaign, the advertising campaign.
You know what? The product was announced by His Excellency Dr. Hani Nazir, by the Ministry of Health, and the Ministry of Tourism. It do not exist in the photo at all. It is not here. While it is actually. It is called therapeutic tourism. So where is the tourism side here?
Yes.
This is what we are talking about. It is not only Ministry of Health. Ministry of Tourism should do a lot of efforts, and of
Should do
course,
is part of the work,
Of
actually.
course.
We're talking
Of
about,
course.
one, and then they should work hand in hand. The same problem that we have Egyptians, that we're not working hand in hand. One is working and the other is not working with him.
They should sit together
Yes.
and discuss everything. And for me, I would like to meet that lucky person who signed the agreement of $69 million for the advertising campaign to Egypt, and ask him, where did he put the advertising? Everywhere. I've been to Europe, and
Where
I've
are
been to
they?
Japan.
Are we giving you money not to see the product that we are
I never seen, you
paid
know,
for?
I 4 or 5 days I lost in Japan. I lost my way in Japan, and then I ride a taxi. And then the taxi driver asked me, are you American? I said, no, I'm Egyptian. You know what he said? Egypt. Muhammad Salah. Muhammad
Someone
Salah.
who's there,
This
who's
is
like,
number
of course,
one.
Mohammed Salah. He is actually someone who
And
can
second,
sell Egypt, who can promote Egypt.
he
Yes.
forgot the pyramids and everything. That means
Yeah,
that the
this guy.
advertised campaign is zero.
Yeah.
This is number one.
Yeah.
And second thing, he said, Egypt, in Japanese, Abonai, which means dangerous place.
Oh.
dangerous place.
Yes. That means that taxi driver is a normal person in Japan, right? He doesn't know anything about the country.
So he doesn't get the advertisement that we paid for. That's just where did our money
and
go?
the result of the
Exactly.
advertising campaign is zero.
Yes.
Maybe minus, because we lost the 69.
Minus, of
And I've been to
course,
Europe
of
as well in
course.
last summer, and I didn't see anything
showing,
small
like,
advertise about the country.
Egypt.
That's it. Where did he put this advertise? In Japan, for example, 80% from the population, they are using the underground and the railway. They never use their cars, or they don't have cars around. In this case, that when we make an advertising campaign about the country, we have to do it in the underground.
Yeah, what people
right?
can see and read it.
If you are doing in Europe,
Yes.
If you are doing this in Europe, no, they have roads and you go the road advertise. It depends upon the place, but in both nations, in Hungary and in Japan, I never seen one advertise about Egypt. And what I heard from the taxi driver, he was talking about Muhammad Salah, not the pyramids, not anything, not a civilization of 5,000 years ago. He was talking about Muhammad Salah. Imagine. Then I would like to meet this lucky person who signed the agreement.
Who's Muhammad Salah? Yes.
Of course, I would like to meet Muhammad Salah, but I would like to meet the lucky person who took this $69 million from Egypt.
Exactly. And then
this
didn't do anything at all. And nobody is questioning him. Nobody is questioning him where the money went. What did you do with this money? That's the thing, why don't they question?
Feedback? Where is the return on the
this,
money
show
we
me
spent?
something, yeah.
This is what we are talking
Exactly.
It's very sad. Very sad for me to Muhammad Salah. Of course, I respect Muhammad Salah.
Yes, but then there is a lot more. Muhammad Salah and others too.
But we are not supporting Muhammad Salah.
Exactly.
We have to support our country. Otherwise, we find the wheat and sugar to the people. This is the purpose behind this campaign. Advertised campaign is to attract people to Egypt. And then finally, I found the driver talking about Muhammad Salah. This is crazy. Simply, it's crazy. And no signs.
There is a lot more to Egypt beside Mohammed Salah, actually.
As I said before, we do not need an advertising campaign.
Yes.
Actually, we need a public relation campaign. We need to change the image.
Okay.
We need immediately to change the image that is completely wrong in the eyes of the people, especially in Europe.
Yes. Well, how do we sum it up? Because unfortunately, it was so good, but then good things finish quickly. So,
for me, I will go for the therapeutic tourism
and
for
conventional.
of course, the conventional
yes,
tourism.
this is one thing we should talk about later on.
Yes.
If
you would like, we can do it in another.
Of course. I would love to. And see what happened. And if there are any ears really lending someone in a seat responsible for all that can lend ears and just think about the brainstorming and see logically what can be done. And then of course about this money that has been spent. This is really outrageous. When one thinks of it, sir.
For me, next time I would like to talk about the.
Maybe have a company that tells you.
I would like to talk about the travel channel.
Yes.
Because now they are all the people over, they don't know about Egypt. Okay, why don't we put ourselves on the Hotbird satellite and we broadcast our programs about Egypt?
Yes.
Is that difficult to make programs? No, it's not difficult to make a documentary program about the pyramids, about the King's Valley, about
a lot more,
about
our life,
By
about
the way,
the people.
I sent already a proposal for the head of the tourism authority to do something like this, but unfortunately it was completely
shunned. It's like, this is one of the things, they just put in the drawer. Yeah, unfortunately.
And this, by the way, it will generate money to the government, by the way. The government, now the Ministry of Tourism, it takes money, the salary of the people from the government. They are not generate the money for themselves, right? So if we made like this travel channel, right? Talk about the sightseeing in Egypt, about the country,
what
about
we
everything.
have, the treasures that we have.
And it will be, of course, sponsored by advertised by the hotel owners.
This is the money that should be used in something like that, not in places that.
And everyone will, if he will see his hotel and the other person, the other hotel owner, okay, I would like to put myself here to make advertise for my hotel, right?
Yeah.
Then there will be a movement in the society.
But then the movement will be next episode. Actually, there is a lot of movement, hopefully, and I think, like I expect, there should be movement, and a lot more that we're going to be talking about, really, that is very picking it up from here, very important. Mr. Tariq Sahan, thank you very much, for being with us.
Thank you very much.
And Dr. Mohammed Abdelaziz, thank you very much for being with us. We're not resting our case. We're going on, and we are going to insist to correct that what goes wrong. So, as we said, we're not aiming our talk or brainstorming, but for the rest of Egypt. We're not criticizing anyone for the sake of criticizing, but seeing what the wrong is and how could it be. There are solutions for everything. And things will be great if we just keep correcting the wrong and going the right way. I'm Nabi Nazim, leaving you right now, and we'll see you again next week. As for now, I leave the grounds for my colleague Nabi Abdulrahman, the latest in the stock market. Meanwhile, God bless our Egypt. God bless our Egyptian people. God bless our Egyptian army. God bless our president. Stay tuned to us. Don't go away.
The price of the housing units rose more than 20% since the beginning of November of the Egyptian pound free liberation decision. The price of the housing units increased 5% after the CBA decisions, and the prices of raw materials hiked 50% after the liberalization decision, and assured that in case the prices decrease on reducing the exchange rates, the unit's price will fall. The percentage of clients who buy in cash decreased 40% compared to the demand on the paying in installments as a kind of investment. The Egyptian exchange EGX decided to suspend the trading on 40 stocks after exceeding the maximum rise allowed on the market. Blue chip stocks backed the positive performance, including CIB, Global Telecom, Orascom Telecom, Hermes, El Suwaidi, Sadiq, Pioneers Holding, Talat Mustafa Group Holding, and Telecom Egypt in a range between 11.6% and 2.5%. Trading value reached 1.88 billion Egyptian pounds after trading 623.9 million shares through 43,000 transactions. Recent investment costs of railway development projects and supplying new train carriages and wagons reached around $1 billion. Speaking at the National Projects Conference, Minister of Transport Jalal Saeed said that the railway development scheme requires supplying nearly 1,000 train carriages in the upcoming period. Projects will not be affected by the recent dollar liquidity squeeze, which Egypt has suffered from the past period. Al Saeed also said such plans were possible, but no discussions have taken place yet. Egyptian banks have received $2.6 billion to date since the central bank decision of the liberalization of the Egyptian pound against foreign currencies on the 3rd of November. The CBA gave banks operating in Egypt the opportunity to freely price foreign currencies using the interbank system and allowed them to exchange foreign currencies till 9 p.m. Cairo local time every day, as well as on weekends, in order to meet expatriates' needs. Egypt started to have a profit share in the earnings generated by Centamin Sukari mine, country's sole gold exporting mine, starting from last July when it collected $120 million. Minister of Petroleum, Engineer Tariq Al-Mullah, said the country will hold its first international tender for gold mining concessions since 2009 in early December. In June 2009, the company announced its first gold pour, followed by the commencement of commercial production in April 2010. Kuwaiti government approved renewing the 2014 signed oil supply agreement with Egypt as of January 2017. Hamdi Abdelaziz, spokesperson for the Ministry of Petroleum, said the agreement provides the Kuwaiti imports 2 million barrels of crude oil with a 9-month grace period. This agreement has been effective for years and is renewable every 3 years after the Kuwaiti cabinets agreed to the grace period for payments. Japan's economy expanded at a faster than expected rate between July and September due to higher exports. Gross domestic product rose at an annualized rate of 2.2% in the 3 months to September, the third consecutive quarter of expansion. Japanese firms have relied on overseas sales to make up for lackluster domestic demand. There are concerns as a Donald Trump U.S. presidency will hurt Japan if anti-free trade rhetoric became a reality. Oil prices jumped nearly 6%, bouncing back from multi-month lows on expectations that OPEC will agree later this month to cut production to reduce a supply glut. Saudi Energy Minister Khalid Al-Falih is expected to travel to the Qatari capital Doha this week for meetings with the oil-producing countries on the sidelines of an energy forum. OPEC is due to meet on the 30th of November to agree to limit the output. The UK inflation rate registered a surprise fall in October, although there were signs that the pressure on consumer prices is starting to build. Consumer Prices Index CPI inflation fell to 0.9% from 1% in September. That was below the 1.1% predicted by economists who said sterling's fall would push October's CPI higher. The price of goods leaving factories rose by 2.1% faster than expected and the biggest increase since April 2012. The main index of the Bahrain bourse stood close at the level of 1,161 points with an increase of 0.03 point. Trading volume increased to 2.29 million shares from 1.77 million shares exchanged, while turnover decreased to BHD 323,980 from 359,540. The commercial bank sector rose by 0.11%, while the services sector declined 0.34%. Germany's economic growth slowed in the third quarter of the year, dented by weaker exports, figures have shown. Europe's largest economy grew by 0.2% between July and September, half the 0.4% rate seen in the previous 3 months. This was slower than economists had expected and well below the 0.7% rate recorded in the first quarter. Exports were slightly down, while imports were slightly up compared with the second quarter of 2016. Gold prices plunged by 485 Saudi riyal to trade at almost 3-week low of 29,880 per 10 grams at the bullion market amid subdued demand from jewelers and retailers. Pure gold, 99.9% purity, also fell by a similar margin to settle at 30,030 per 10 grams compared with 30,515 earlier. U.S. gold futures climbed 0.2% to $1,224.3 US. Among other precious metals, silver was up 0.8% at $17.02 US an ounce, having hit its lowest since the 8th of June at $6.61 US in the previous session. Retail sales in the U.S. rose faster than expected in October, helped by strong car sales. Figures shown that where U.S. economy is growing strongly and adds to speculation that there could be an interest rate rise next month. The Commerce Department said retail sales rose 0.8% in October from the month before and were up 4.3% from a year earlier. In addition, September's sales increase was revised up to 1% from 0.6%.